Good evening. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. Tonight, I decided to check the mainstream media and see what the major news stories seem to be and see if there was something I wanted to do a tarot read about. Well, I haven't looked at mainstream news in a very long time. And I thought I'd share some of what I found with you, and then we'll see which one I actually did decide to do a read on. First of all, according to Yahoo News, one of their major stories right now is that the Ever Forward is still stuck. Well, as you know, probably 2 weeks ago, I did a tarot read on the Ever Forward and found it quite amusing that it's not Ever Forward. People seem to be agreeing with me because there is actually a park that has a good view of that stuck Ever Forward, and they're charging $6 a head to have a good look at and take a picture of the cargo ship that is still not going ever forward. So anyway, been there, done that, not reading on it. Next thing I saw was that Will Smith has resigned from the Academy. Big deal, don't care, yawn. So I'm not reading about that. My personal opinion was it was all staged. I looked at the footage, and speaking of footage, if you take a look at some of the footage about that incident, watch Chris Rock's foot go slightly backwards to brace himself for the blow, not to avoid it, but to brace himself for it. So talk about staged. They're just hoping people will tune in if there's another Academy Awards or Oscars to see if, you know, there's another Jerry Springer show moment. So don't buy into it, folks. Next, I saw that I want to say esteemed with enough snark. You realize I'm not saying esteemed. Anyway, Dr. Fauci is warning that there's another COVID wave coming. Well, I have a wave for you, Dr. Fauci. That's bye-bye. We're not buying your bull anymore. And if we ever did. So bye-bye to Fauci as far as I'm concerned. That's a wave he can anticipate. And then I saw, according to CNN, that Russia is facing a deep recession, that their ruble it's only falsely being propped up right now. Now, in my opinion, the only thing being falsely propped up is the US dollar and other fiat dollars that are not asset backed. And according to CNN, Russia is facing a recession as a result of this. That this recovery of the ruble is all false and not to be believed. That the recession's because there's poor planning. They've alienated potential allies. Well, I think if they were their allies, they're still their allies. And it's only the deep state cronies that seem to have not wanted to ally with Putin, nor people like the Khazaria Mafia who have their headquarters in the Ukraine and are now getting ousted. So anyway, that's the one that made the cut. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say about the potential for a Russian recession. Just a moment, I'll switch the camera so you can see the cards getting shuffled a little more. I did them before I came on screen, but I wanted to have my notes here so you'd know that I had really taken this looking for news seriously. And I didn't want to miss any of those because, oh, talk about humorous. Okay, here we go. I have a cat joining us, I'm sorry. No, Chloe, another time maybe, okay? This isn't your camera moment. You're not going to be a YouTube star, not tonight. Okay, there's our cards. We have our question is indicated by the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups can be a little, no, Chloe. I'm going to go ahead and put this up even with my cat helping me. Okay, our question is indicated by the Queen of Cups and the Empress. I love it. She is a maternal figure, and she is one of the major arcanas. and the absolute epitome of maternal instincts. And as you know, Russia is sometimes called Mother Russia. So we're asking about Mother Russia. Do they need to worry about a recession with the sanctions that have been imposed by some of the countries against them? Temperance is in the past, and temperance is about moderation. And what I'm seeing here is that the steps that Russia took in anticipation of the sanctions, they've been moderate both in their strategic targeting of certain spots in the Ukraine, as well as in knowing the repercussions that were potentially coming their way as a result. Okay, justice is the present. I love it. I love it. I don't think Russia has any need to worry about a major recession because of sanctions by some of the West. Not at all. In the near future, we have the Four Cups. Now, the Four Cups sometimes means that you're missing something. There's one thing missing. And so what that says to me is that Russia may have a few spot shortages, but my goodness, folks, haven't we had those because of the shipping issues with COVID? So they may have some spot shortages, but they're going to have most of what they need. And our advice or clarity cards, look at these major arcanas: the world, this is a victory, the wreaths are victory, and the star. And so they're going to be in a really good place. In fact, Russia may actually lead the world with their gold-backed assets and their currency. And they were not thrilled or taking part in cabal banking even before the sanctions. So I say they have absolutely nothing to worry about other than a few spot shortages for goods, which, like I said, we've been seeing those around the world anyway. Whether it's kitty litter, that's something up here that's been occasionally in short supply, or fresh vegetables or what have you, but that can happen in Alaska in the winter anyway. Now, clarification cards 8 and 9. Look, there we go. The sun. Okay. There's some hard work to be done. Okay. And that is, we face that worldwide as we get rid of some evil power structures. I have to be careful how I phrase things on this world, but Russia's in a good place. And I have no worries about this recession that CNN was telling about. So, and neither do the cards, and the cards don't lie. That's it for tonight. If you enjoyed this read, and I sure had fun looking up the news, and I would advise you, please look other places besides the mainstream for your news, unless you're wanting a good laugh, okay? Anyway, that's it for tonight. If you like this video, please like, share. You're welcome to comment and subscribe. I'll see you next time. And then until then, stay safe. Good night.